So anyways, I have the bat about 2 inches from the body of the roller. Okay, so it's sticking about 2 inches out here. You don't want to roll too close to the end cap just because it can pop off if you do. You want to concentrate the roller on just the sweet spot right here. Okay, this is about where the sweet spot is. Right now I have the roller set at the 0 point. It's just touching the bat. There's no pressure on it or anything. And you're going to go up in 1/6 increments. Okay, you're going to go all the way up until you reach about 1 full turn. You don't want to go too much further than that, especially with this machine because we're using 1-inch shafts, which are really thick, and this is actually 1 1/4 over here. So it has a lot of rigidity. You don't need to put a whole lot of pressure on it to get the same results. 1 turn in this machine is actually equal to about 1.5 turns in the machine over there, because in this machine you have to compensate for the roller bending a little bit because of this 3/4 inch shaft. That's a little bit thinner, so it does flex a little bit, so you got to compensate for that. But in here, 1 turn, maybe a little bit more is enough. So I'm going to go ahead and push this about to here, so it's about 1/6 of a turn. And I'm going to give it about 30 revolutions or so. When you roll a bat, you always want to use less pressure and more turns. You don't want to put a whole lot of pressure on it right away, just because you can damage the bat. So as a safeguard, just use less pressure. Okay, less pressure, more turns. You can always add more pressure on later on, but that's really the proper way to do it. You can roll back and forth like this, or you can roll, forwards and backwards. The bat really doesn't know the difference. I just roll forward and backwards. That seems to work for me. Okay, I'm going to give it another turn, about 1/6 again. Okay, now we're at our halfway point. Give it another 30 turns. Okay, take it up here again. Now this bat's already been rolled, so it's going to turn a little bit easier than a brand new bat. But the rolling process should all be the same. So whether it's an older bat or a newer bat. Okay, here's our second to the last turn right over here. Give it another 30 revolutions. If you hear the bat crackling and popping a little bit, that's normal. It's just the bat breaking down, or that's the glue breaking down. So don't be alarmed or anything. It's perfectly fine. Happens with most, if not all, composite bats. Okay, here is our one full turn. Now for a new bet, you're probably gonna have to use both hands, okay? But for this one, I can just use one hand because it's already pretty well broken in. Okay, and now we're going to release. And you got your roll bat over here.